we came to take win. Back it up.
Welcome to a new video on this channel. Today I'm going to be giving my opinions on different K-pop girl groups. If you can't handle honest opinions, you may want to click off of this video. Now on to the opinions. Starting with one of my favorite groups ever, IVE. Ray is one of the most underrated rappers in all of 4th gen. First of all, she can write her own raps. And no shade, but they're actually good. Her raps are fun, catchy, understandable, and fit the song. She never acts like something she isn't, doesn't force a voice or accent, and genuinely just raps. K-pop fans are so caught up in made-up criteria that they've picked to see if an idol is a good rapper. Rapping isn't about just being able to talk fast. Ray is a genuinely good rapper. Why are people so obsessed with painting this image that IVE are talentless and only visuals? Why do you think they have so many fans? I'm not going to sit here and pretend that the appeal of K-pop for some people are the idols, their lives, and their looks. But for the average K-pop listener, it's about the music. And IVE make good music. They have amazing voices, rappers, and dancers. People just want to bring them down for their own personal reasons. The obsession people have with Wonyoung is not healthy. There are people out there who obsess over her every word and action, from what and how much plastic surgery she's gotten, to how much she eats, her body, her face. Hating on her for anything they can possibly think of. It's getting so tiring to hear that Wonyoung has gotten into another controversy. Just to see that she ate a strawberry in a way that people didn't like, or pizza, or being disrespectful even though there's no proof. Don't even get me started on the Wonyoung ED accounts, because that's a whole other issue. Seriously, it's so obvious why people have an issue in regards to her. It's simply because she's pretty and successful and people just don't like that. I'm begging all of the Wonyoung cyberstalkers to get a life. I've seen so many people, even fans, say that Licio is a filler member and the group would go on the same if she left. And I could not disagree more. It's so insane. There's so many reasons why that isn't true. One, Licio adds so much to their music and songs vocally, there would be a gaping hole in their discography. She adds so much to performances, all of the members do. I agree that overall minors shouldn't debut, but she's already in the group and it wouldn't be the same without her. You shouldn't call yourself an IVE fan if you think this way. You shouldn't be any group's fan if you hate a member for this reason. IVE's discography, in my opinion, is one of the best in the whole 4th gen, if not the best. I'm not going to lie and say they have no skips, because that is so obviously subjective, but I do feel that they have a good variety of genres, and have songs in their discography that most people will love. They seriously make gorgeous music.
I'm so fed up with those solo listans that paint her as a perpetual victim. Trust me, I'm all for calling out mismanagement and mistreatment of idols, but this is getting crazy. The members don't all hate her, she's not being abused by the group. She was snubbed out of lines one time. That isn't reason enough to say that she never gets any lines and isn't getting enough attention. And this is coming from a Liz bias. I biased Liz because she was the member I saw first and introduced me to the group. These new waves of sympathy fans need to pack it up. The next girl group that I want to discuss is ITZY, because the group has gone through a lot of things recently that needs to be talked about. Firstly, I want to speak about the elephant in the room, which is ITZY's loss in popularity, and I don't mean this as hate or a critique of the group, because these girls are crazy talented. And even though a couple of their comebacks haven't been what fans wanted, their most recent comeback, Born to Be, isn't even bad. So why is ITZY not regaining their popularity and even losing it? In my opinion, it's largely because of how the company is managing them. Little to no promotions, erratic concept changes, major sound changes with every new releases. ITZY's fanbase isn't able to stay stable because they're not putting out consistent music that people actually want to hear. And even now that they've had a good comeback, people have simply lost interest. For my next opinion, I can't even believe I have to say this, but Chaeryeong isn't ugly and was never ugly. The fact that people and even fans sent her so much hate that her mom had to get involved makes me ashamed to be a K-pop fan. It's so crazy to believe that people can be so cruel to a young, talented girl. And what gets me even more is she was never even ugly. Not that it would have made it right if she was, but it just makes it even more crazy. She was gorgeous then and is gorgeous now. K-pop fans are too comfortable at criticizing the idols in this industry. Nobody has the right to talk about people the way they did about Chaeryeong. I've seen so many people talking about how Lia isn't needed, and the group is fine with 4 members. While I think the members that are currently active have been doing a good job, that doesn't mean Lia isn't needed and isn't missed in the group. Lia is the main vocal of ITZY, and the group clearly isn't the same without her. People who say this are just spreading hate for no reason. Yuna has never been the pick-me that people have made her out to be. I swear K-pop fans don't even know the true meaning to this word, and just label it onto any female idol who is young, pretty, and successful. Yuna has only ever been herself. Leah gave us the most heartfelt solo and people paid her dust. I get that it wasn't the most usual sound for a K-pop song, but I swear people aren't hearing her. She's an amazing writer and the lyrics in her song blew me away. Her solo really felt like it came from her, and it's just sad to see that fans aren't really even listening it and automatically preferring the other solos over it. Next I'm going to be talking about Kepler, because they really went from being seen as the next Zone to one of the punching bags of K-pop, and it was crazy thing to watch. For my first opinion I'm going to be talking about exactly that, because people have such a deep-rooted issue with this group and I literally can't figure out why. Not liking the music is one thing, but people find a way to bring up how badly they flopped in every conversation. Why do people feel the need to do this? Kepler may not be at the top, but they're also not Nugu. Say you don't like the music and move on. Another thing I'm really noticing in Kepler is the favoritism. You could say, I've noticed that people really only seem to care about hooning Baha and shouting. I get that groups will have more popular and biased members, but it's getting tiring seeing fans and people only talk about two girls when the whole group is full of talented singers, dancers, rappers, performers, etc. And don't even think I'm trying to blame the two girls, because this obviously isn't something you ask for. It's just sad to see within the fandom. I feel like my two opinions before this have been really negative, so let's end this section on a higher note. By talking about how Kepler have some of the best sides in all of 4th Gen, I seriously don't think people get how good their music is because they only listen to the title tracks, which aren't necessarily bad but a bit safe and boring, whereas their sides really highlight the group and shine in comparison. Dreams, Tropical Light, Love Unlock, etc. are also good. I seriously love their sides and it's sad to see that nobody gives Kepler a chance because they think they know how all their music sounds. Truly one of the most underrated group in recent years.
Popping out your way, popping,